evening. You're watching India Today with me, Nabila, Jamal. This is State of War Karnataka. In this special here, we're going to be talking to you about this whole controversy around Nandini being allegedly taken over by Amul. Well, let me tell you before I get to my top news here that this information is false. It's creating some kind of psycho-frenzy, panic in the whole state of Karnataka, a poll-bound state. And at a time like this, it appears that this is becoming a matter of tense situations with protests escalating across the streets. I'm right now in one of the Nandini milk booths where you see signs, these kind of booths are spread across different parts of Karnataka. It's a homegrown brand, one of my favorites. The top-notch quality gives our farmers, their daily income. I'm going to cut across to our big breaking news at the moment with protests that have escalated over Nandini milk booths, or rather Nandini as a brand itself being taken over by Amul. This is a panic-like situation that's led to protests in different parts of Bengaluru city. As we see here, visuals coming in from Mysore Bank Circle, where people from the Kannada Rakshana Vedike extensively protested, demanding that Amul be banned in Karnataka. This is the request coming in from these protesting groups, saying that the protest, in fact, the Amul as a brand itself is much bigger. They're going to be taking over Nandini. This is the kind of false information that's being spread. And these protesters here are not even happy with Amul's foray online in the state of Karnataka. Pro-Kannada groups there protesting against Amul and intensifying this agitation even as we have an understanding from the BJP government here in the state that Nandini is not being bought over. It's Amul who's just forayed into the online segment in the state here, but there is no word of a formal takeover as yet. I'm going to cut across to some of the Kannada groups who spoke to India Today exclusively. Listen in. The homegrown brand Nandini, which belongs to the Karnataka Milk Federation, and it's really a pride of Karnataka. You'd see booths like this, like Nandini milk booths in possibly every nook and corner of Karnataka, and Bengaluru is no different. You have college students, people here coming to grab a milk bottle or just anything refreshing from the Nandini booth. Like about Nandini?
ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಲ್ತಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ.
Healthy?
ಲೋಕಲ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಮ್ದು.
Local brand, so it's healthy, but quality wise?
ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೈಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದು ಕುಡಿತೀವಿ.
Every day you come here, okay?
Affordable price.
Affordable prices.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರೈತರು ಉಳಿಸಬೇಕು, ಗೆಲ್ಸಬೇಕು. ಅವರಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ.
We don't want anyone from the outside. We want someone local. It's for the farmers, and that's important that we support them.
Nandini is a trusted brand.
Right.
Number one brand in Karnataka.
Right.
We are adopted to that brand from last 15 years.
Yeah.
But now from last 1.5 months we are not getting ghee.
Yeah, ghee you're not getting.
Yeah, everywhere I went, no ghee they say. Then we have to eat something, no.
So you're forced to then opt for other brands?
Yeah, other brand, otherwise.
Like what? Like which one?
Which I have purchased Amul.
Oh yes, so that's a natural second choice, is that idea?
We will not be comfortable. It's our brand. Nandini is our brand, so we will stick to it.
I think the local thing has to be there, you can't just take it away.
Yeah.
Everybody is welcome, but you can't eat off something which is very local.
But when you say everybody is welcome, what if Amul starts selling milk and having booths like this?
But the name Nandini is very consciously precious to our heart for many years, right?
Very happy with Nandini, and I'm all for local produce, I don't want them to get
taken over.
Yes.
All right, now we've heard from Kannadigas extensively, and Nandini is certainly precious and it's very close to Kannadiga's heart. So it can be emotional when one speaks of a complete takeover of Nandini, which is a total homegrown brand. Now when we speak of Nandini's branding itself, it's really seeped down to the hearts of Kannadigas extensively, and one should know, as much as there's that much opposition to Nandini or to Amul venturing into Karnataka, Nandini has already entered other states. Nandini already sells in Tamil Nadu as well as in Telangana. I'm cutting across to some shops here, showing some Nandini booths there that have diversified into selling many other, like Mysore Pak, pedas, sweets, etc. So you have spots and booths like this all across Bengaluru cities and Karnataka, especially in populated junctions. I'm going to cut across to brand guru Harish Bijur, who spoke about this entire controversy over Amul and Nandini and whether this talk of a takeover is ethical or not. As this panic that Amul may just be taking over KMF Nandini, brand guru here, Harish Bijur, could probably tell us if this is fair play in the market.
Well, Amul is a 72,000 crore brand in this country.
Yeah.
Nandini is a 25,000 crore brand in this company. Any kind of a rumor of this kind would create panic, but I don't think the rumor is real. Because at this point of time, we are really talking about the fact that Amul is actually going to launch online sales.
Yeah, no,
in
they have
Bangalore.
already launched online sales.
Yeah. I think brands are seamless entities. They should be able to crisscross across the country.
Yeah.
But there is one basic point out here. We're talking about the cooperative sector,
Yeah.
which is the dairy sector. The farmer actually earns his money every single day out of this. So it's extremely critical that, you know, if you source milk from Karnataka, you sell milk in Karnataka. In the sense you source
But
and
Amul
sell.
does not source
and
milk
sell.
from Karnataka.
Yeah,
They have
maybe
a
that's the
solid
tricky
network along Maharashtra and Gujarat. Through Belagavi, they're now coming in through online sales.
Sure.
So is that ethically wrong?
Well, not ethically, but milk is a sensitive issue.
Yeah.
It's a farmer issue. Where you procure it from, if it's consumed in the local hinterland, people love it. Okay, let the farmer make money from the local area. But the theory seems to be, at this point of time, let not a farmer of a distant land, now that distant land, India is one, guys, let's appreciate
No.
that. That farmer of that distant land must not make money. Now the point is on
India is one, but the network is so poor. You know, there isn't a connectivity for the farmers to reach out to their own people, let alone of different states. So when you have huge brands like Amul trying to come into our to Karnataka land, it's obviously going to ruffle feathers. But a quick word, Harish, at this point we see that only online sales for Amul, there hasn't been offline sales as yet. And is it true that there is an untold rule or an informal agreement between Milk Federation of different states that we don't enter your market, you don't enter our market?
Yeah, that is an unwritten rule, and that's been followed by everybody except in neutral territories, like in Mumbai is a neutral territory to an extent, and you know, in Rajasthan, etc. There are milk deficient states and milk excess states, so this unwritten rule is followed. Well, at this point of time, Amul is in Bengaluru. Who knows? Nandini might want to be in Anand tomorrow.
And KMF is one of the largest milk federations in the country.
It is the second largest milk federation in the country, has a large base, has done exceedingly well. I think at this point of time, this is only a political issue. We are going through the summer of political discontent in Karnataka at this point of time, and all this is a part of that brouhaha.
Okay, it is a political issue, and we see Congress really lapping it up. But a final word here, if at all Amul, first of all, there's a lot of misconception that Amul is a Gujarat-owned or a state-owned body, which isn't. Amul is an independent body, again started by farmers, yes, from Gujarat, but they've grown based on merit, nothing to do with the government.
You know, every brand assumes an identity. Amul, if you ask any layperson, they will say it's from Gujarat. And Gujaratis own it with pride. If you ask anybody where Nandini is from, Karnataka, we people from Karnataka own it with pride. And milk is an item of pride. You know, three things. Salt, maine aapka namak khaya hai. Water, naanu nimdu neer kudidini. And milk, naavu nimdu halu kudidini. At the end of the day, these are three very emotional issues, okay? Salt, water and milk, and this is brouhaha over milk for today.
All right, Harish Bijur, you heard it there. It is a very sensitive issue when it comes to milk, water and salt. And milk, nothing can beat Nandini, because I don't think Kannadigas really know anything better than Nandini in the state. But when I did speak to a bunch of them locally, they said Nandini does not have ghee, so we are opting for Amul as a brand who has ghee. You know, these are some of the glitches that Nandini will have to iron out. But at the moment, I'm going to take our viewers through this entire controversy and why has it snowballed. Here are a few points to highlight here. Has Nandini been taken over by Amul? The answer is a big no. Absolutely not. Nandini is still very much a Karnataka entity. It's owned by the Karnataka Milk Federation and it's not bought over by Amul at all. And there is no association as well. Yes, Amul at one point used to procure milk 20,000 litres odd from Nandini and sell it to different states. But there was no question of a takeover or no question of Amul coming into the Karnataka market. No official agreement as yet, like I said, between Nandini or Amul. So there isn't any agreement of their takeover as such. So this information itself is false. Of course, the opposition going to town with it, but this is all presumptions. Let me be clear on that. Now, on the other hand, there is panic at this point. We showed you visuals of protesters there protesting, saying we don't want to take over. So there is panic. This is because of misinformation, and that should be stopped as soon as possible. And then, of course, Amul selling, let me take you through the pricing points. As we know that Amul sells a carton of milk for about 72 rupees to 75 rupees versus Nandini, which is much cheaper, or rather 10 rupees cheaper, sells a carton of milk for about 62 to 65 rupees. So there is a difference in pricing. About 10 rupees cheaper is Nandini. And on the other hand, Nandini's biggest two products are milk and curd, which it appears Amul has sort of started selling it online. So the fear is that Amul's online sales will somehow almost target the exact market of Nandini in Karnataka. But these are just fears. Again, questions of free trade and, free trade comes into play. And we heard brand guru Harish Biju saying that everyone should be allowed to venture wherever they want. We are one India, one country. It should ideally be allowed to happen, but at the same time guarding the interests of the local people. I'm going to cut across to all the politics that burst out over this whole Nandini-Amul takeover. And let me tell you, a lot of it was baseless. Of course, the Congress now vehemently opposing this so-called takeover of Nandini, which hasn't happened, not even in the near future is it going to happen. But there was a lot of hoo-ha about how the BJP is attempting at giving away our local brand to a Gujarat-run Amul, which is homegrown to Gujarat. Amul is an Anand Milk Federation. In fact, a bunch of farmers in Gujarat came together and formed Amul. It's an independent entity by itself, but it's from Gujarat. And here you have the Congress opposition saying there's a lot of push by the BJP to impose Gujarat or Gujarati superiority in Karnataka. DK Shivkumar slamming this move, saying Nandini is really the symbol of Karnataka farmers and this is Karnataka's pride. And BJP responding to that. Listen in.
नहीं भाई, हमारा नंदिनी ब्रांड है कर्नाटक का, जबरदस्त है। और हमारी सरकार है ना, तभी उनका कांग्रेस के सरकार में प्रोक्योरमेंट कम था, हमारा डबल हो गया है, प्रोडक्शन डबल हो गया है, मार्केट डबल है। और हम पूरा देश भर हम ये कर रहे हैं। ये चुप्पी इलेक्शन के टाइम पे ये राजनीति कांग्रेस और जेडीएस कर रहे हैं, इस बातों में कुछ मतलब नहीं है।
ಹಾಸನ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬದುಕಿನ ರೈತರ ಬದುಕಿನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದು. ಸುಮಾರು 70 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೈತರು ಹಾಲು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನಂದಿನಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ರೈತರು ಕಟ್ಟಂತ ನಂದಿನಿ, ಗುಜರಾತ್ನ ಅಮೂಲು ಅದು ರೈತರದು, ನಮ್ದೇನು ತಕರಾರೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ತಡೆದು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಹೊರಟಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
All right, let me cut across to where this all began. This entire doubt and commotion erupted after Home Minister Amit Shah, about 3 months ago, sometime in Jan, when he did come to Karnataka, spoke about how, and he spoke extensively about how Nandini is doing fabulously well, and how Nandini and Amul should join hands together and ensure milk booths across different parts of Karnataka to basically boost the industry itself. I'm sure little did he know that this would escalate in a controversy like this ahead of elections.
कर्नाटक ने भी बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, मगर कर्नाटक के सभी किसान भाइयों बहनों को मैं आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि अमूल, नंदिनी दोनों इकट्ठा होकर कर्नाटक के हर गांव में प्राइमरी डेयरी हो, इस दिशा में काम करेंगे। और 3 साल में कर्नाटक में एक भी गांव ऐसा नहीं होगा जहां पर प्राइमरी डेयरी नहीं होगी।
Here's a big update here as we see BJP now reacting to all the Congress's allegations. BJP slamming the Congress, saying that Congress has shown huge double standards and hypocrisy. It was the same Congress who speaks about local Nandini, etc., has pushed Nandini into different states like Tamil Nadu. Of course, this grows the business of Nandini as a brand, but it's again the same Congress government who says other brands cannot come into Karnataka, but the same Karnataka brand has gone into Tamil Nadu. Let me cut across. Pratap Simha, MP of the BJP, has made some really harsh comments on the Congress in the name of Nandini. Listen in.
ಈಗ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ಇದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತನಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಗೋ ಹತ್ಯೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ದನಗಳ್ಳನಿಗೆ ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅವರು? ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಗೋ ಹತ್ಯೆ ನಿಷೇಧ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಇವ್ರು KMF ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಲು ಉತ್ಪಾದಕರಿಗೆ, ತಾಯಂದಿರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಯಾರು? ನಮ್ಮ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ? ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಗೋ ಹತ್ಯೆ ನಿಷೇಧ ಕಾಯ್ದೆಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೋ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡೋ ಗೋವು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನೋರ ಓಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇವ್ರು ಗೋವನ್ನು ಹತ್ಯೆ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿನ್ನುವವರ ಪರವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅರಿವಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 2018ರಲ್ಲೇ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Pratap Singh saying that the Congress only backs cow slaughterers. Basically, those beef eaters are backed by the Congress. They have really no feeling or emotion for the farmers. This kind of backlash happening in the name of Nandini being taken over by Amul. The BJP at this point has been trying to battle a lot of allegations of them being against the Kannada identity. We've heard the top leaders of the BJP assuring that there is no question of a takeover. Let's see how all of this pans out and if the farming community is really convinced with the response from the ruling government. On that note, it's a wrap with me, Nabila, Jamal on State of War, Karnataka. Thank you for watching.